Hey guys, it's your average lady back at it again with another video, and in this video I'm gonna be showing you what I used to do to stretch in order to achieve the splits. So first off, I'm gonna just try to touch my toes, but instead of staying in the touching my toes position, that kind of hurts, I'm gonna bounce around, going in front of my toes, on my toes, and behind my toes. That way you still get a good stretch. And it's good to warm up your muscles without really hurting you on the first exercise, you know? You're gonna want to do these for about 30 seconds to a minute. Most of the exercises you should do them more than 30 seconds, because if you stay in a position for less than 30 seconds, it's not really stretching you. So 30 seconds at least, 45 to a minute if you're able to hold them that long. Now once you're done touching your toes and all of that, or once you have too much blood in your brain, you're gonna go into a lunge position. Now be careful that your knee is over your ankle, not behind it, or not in front of it. You really want to keep that leg straight, and then you want to push your hips towards the ground and keep a straight line with your torso. It's gonna stretch your hip flexors, meaning mostly the psoas, and it kind of hurts. If it hurts too much for you, which is understandable, you can bend down on your leg, but it's not going to give you as good of a stretch. Now once you're in that position, you can hold it for 30 seconds, and if it's not hard enough for you because you're some sort of flexible bastard or something, you can go ahead and grab your back leg with your hand and bend your knees towards you. This is gonna add a good stretch to your quad while also still stretching your psoas. Good exercise, quite, well, I'm not gonna say painful, but you feel it stretch. So if you're able to hold it, good for you. If you're not, good for you still. Now from the lunge position, you're gonna try to go and sit on your heel and give your arm strings a good stretch. You want to make sure that you keep your back straight, or at least your lower back. I don't care what your upper back does, but the lower back does need to be straight in order to give that good stretch to your arm string. A curved lower back will not give you as good of a stretch. And once again, you keep that position for a while. If you're feeling frisky and want to hurt yourself even more, you can flex your toes towards the sky, and if it hurts too much, you can point your toes towards the ground. Now you can alternate between those two positions how many times you want. I used to do 3 each, which gives you 30 seconds per position, 3 minutes per leg, which gives you a 6-minute stretching. I think it was decent. And once you're done alternating like this, you can go ahead and grab that towel you're sitting on, or use another towel if you're a normal person, and put that towel on your feet in order to give yourself, once again, a good old hamstring stretch. You grab the towel and put it around your heel. Make sure to stay straight. Keep both of your hips down on the ground. Don't give in to the temptation of just raising your hip. Keep those hips on the ground. It is gonna hurt. Deal with it. You're here to stretch. Once your arm string is slightly less screaming, you can go ahead and do a technique called hold relax. Push your heel towards the opposite side of the towel. Hold that for 5 seconds, and then relax your muscles and pull on the towel for 5 seconds with your hand. Alternate these, 5 push, 5 pull, 5 push, 5 pull, 5 times, and it's gonna give you a good stretch. I could explain the science behind this. It has something to do with reflexes and not hurting yourself, but you can Google that. Hold, relax, science. Do your homework if you want. But yeah, that's also gonna stretch you for a good minute. So overall, you have 8 minutes so far of stretching when you do both legs. I do recommend to do both legs. And you're gonna give yourself another hamstring stretch. You're gonna notice that I stretch the arm strings a lot. That is because that is the part of my legs that is the least flexible. You might not need as much time on arm strings than I did. It depends on who you are. As I said, always a good idea to do both legs when you stretch, because you don't want to create any asymmetry in your flexibility. Because if you're very flexible on one side and not flexible at all on the other side, you are a lot more likely to hurt yourself than if you were just not flexible on either side. Of course, the ideal goal is that you're flexible on both sides, but you know, for some people it just doesn't happen. Once you're done stretching both sides, you can go ahead and try the splits. I'm not gonna say it too loud because sometimes that scares people, but one of the best way to stretch in order to get into the split is once your body's warmed up and once all of your muscle groups are stretched, is just to do the splits. And just go for it. Straighten your leg, straighten your front leg and go down. If, like me, you are not able to do the full split, I swear I was able to when I was 15, just not now, not anymore. Grab a chair and you can rest your arms on the chair and relieve a little bit of the weight that is on you. An important point is to keep your back straight, once again, to give yourself a good stretch. So there you go, guys. That is it for my stretching video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, blah blah blah, do all those things. Also, just remember that what I just showed you is what I used to do when I was like 15 and training, and this is what worked for me. It may not work for you, and you should always consult with a specialist before starting to stretch your body in ways that it probably shouldn't be stretched. And I'm not that specialist. Go see a doctor, go see a physical therapist. Not me. I'm neither of those things. Well, yet. I should be a physical therapist at some point in my life. Not right now, though. Don't try this if you think it'll hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. And I don't want you to hurt yourself either. Okay, that's enough of me being your mom. Bye guys, I'll see you next week.